Okay, good. I have audio there on both. Yeah. Okay. Hi. I am back in Albion on Phoenix server for DAOC. Thanks to my regular viewer PNA, I have Chelsea. Oh, is it? Okay. Why is that? A little too close? I'll knock it down a little bit, just a sec here. I think the game audio is a little high too, there. How's that sound? That's probably what I put it down about. I just dragged it a little bit. Anyway, my Infiltrator is now fully templated, so she has pretty much exactly what she should have, and I really don't have any excuses if I lose. So I got to figure out how to play this, and that's going to be a different matter. Oh, my friend Boss just went live too. Okay, let us come in there. And let's go see what we can do to the world. Start off with our own bridge. Where's the... There it is. Let's go there and play. So I went and... This game has the ability to transfer money between the realms, which I didn't realize. I went and spent quite a bit of money. I have to start another thing up now. I forgot to add it to my list of things. We'll see if that did it. It did. Good. Oh, there's everybody and their dog out here. I now have all the stuff. Did I move my camera? Oh, it probably got knocked. There, how's that? Bit better? I really have so little space here, it's ridiculous. Like, I know you have a whole room arranged, or at least part of a whole room arranged to do your stuff. And that is very cool because it lets you wander around. I have maybe a third of a small bedroom to fit a desk, a chair, another desk, and 2 computers, and my stream deck, and my coffee in. And it gets very cramped, so it's easy to hit something on the desk and change the camera angle. I wonder if our guys are going overseas to take something, because that's a good size group. That's, well, maybe with pets that's just 8, I don't know. Uh-huh. Yeah. Over at Actual Kevin HQ. So this is probably the hardest character I've ever tried to play in Dark Age of Camelot. Any of the assassins are. They're very one-sided. Unless you're fighting another assassin, you get to pick when you start a fight, which is cool because I'm invisible. And I'm less invisible to other people with the invisibility stealth skill. But I've got 2 different types of poison. I've got very specific attacks and everything else. Oh, I know. Yeah. I got 12 subscribers right now, and I got another follower overnight there, so I got 140 followers. I'm doing well here. It is so hard to click on people, or I am so bad at clicking on people, one of the two. Okay, so no action here. I should be checking task. This will be when I get ganked. Odin's Gate. Okay, so everybody is over at Odin's Gate. That's where I should go. Vladimir, buy, and go. So, we'll take a boat over there. How you doing tonight, Actual Kevin? I had somebody in the last session there giving away subs, which was nice. But I had a pile of people sign up, so I got rated, which helped, I think. Helped a lot. Oh, yes. We're going to Midgard, so I want to see where I am. That's Bledmere, so it should drop me off right on the coast there. But often you will have people knowing that's coming, sitting in the water, waiting. So I kind of want to jump off earlier. I have a disembark button already. And swim in myself. That was a bunch of people coming to Albion. Yeah, those sound amazing. Okay, jumping off here. Rather than meeting a bunch of stealthers. See, this guy's right there waiting for somebody to come out. So I'll get off earlier. I like playing characters like this, but because you're solo, it's remarkably stressful at times. And fights like this are going to be quick. Sudden and quick, and either I win or I lose. And if I win, either I die as well or I get away. And then I have to start all over again from my realm to get back. If I was with a group running around and we had, you know, a healer or something like that, then you'd end up with people able to res you, and that would be fine. But that's not going to happen here. Not at all. I'm going to close that window. Hebs in Midgard. Taking that. And then I'm going to take it back from them when they're done, if I can. Your realm gets points if you grab these flags. So I capture the flag, right? So they just captured that. They get some points for that. Then I wait a few minutes. Yeah, actually, that would be a good idea. Oh, they didn't see me. Oh, gotta love good stealth. But then I have to unstealth when I come here. All the Norsemen in the universe there. And they're gonna take it. I gotta move out of here. I'm gonna get caught. This is the short and deadly part here. Yeah, they caught me and got me. Move the damn camera. Wow. Okay. Yeah, foot pedals, that's it. Just what I need. One more thing to worry about it. I mean, with No Man's Sky, it's usually a pretty no stress game unless you're fighting sentinels like the big ones or something. Mostly it's not bad, but this requires a lot of concentration. I don't know if I could do that. I didn't do it there very well, that's for sure. Buff? No. 5 seconds. Other buff. Main buff. Хорошо. Genetic USB foot pedal. If it starts to slow down, you just put a little vodka in it. Actually, Russians would not do that. They would not waste vodka. At least they didn't when I was there. Actually, when I was there, they mostly drank cognac. Cheap cognac. It was cheaper than vodka. I had some awesome, awesome vodka there, though. Okay, so we are buffed up. We are not poisoned up. On that. Boom. Boom. On that. Good. Back to 2 weapons. Not convinced of that system, but we'll see. RW. No, what I want to get is a Nostromo and learn how to use it. I had one once before and I didn't use it near enough to get used to it. But I would like to do that. If I can find one used, I'll get one. There was one before Christmas, but it went right away, unfortunately. And I didn't nab it. I was slow by, say, half an hour or an hour. Oh no, I know that. I know that. I can figure that part out. The only problem I will say with the idea of having Discord on while you're doing something in a broadcast, if the other person is also broadcasting, is that it just gets very confusing to me, let alone to the audience, what the hell is going on. And I can see that being a bit of a problem. Having somebody show up as a guest star or, you know, commentator or co-host or whatever you want to call it in a broadcast, that's a bit different. New boot goofing. What are all these? Celts. Do not want to fight all the Celts in the universe. Want to fight one at a time when they're not expecting it. They're going to get me if I stay there. I'm here to pick off unwary individuals. If I get fighting multiples, I'm toast. Don't know if they saw me or not, but nobody's coming after me, so maybe they didn't. Maybe they did. Out in the water it is. Yeah, if I was doing No Man's Sky and Bosk is doing No Man's Sky and you were doing No Man's Sky and we were playing cooperatively, no problem. I'd be happy with doing Discord with that. That would work. But since you guys resolutely refuse to play Dark Age of Camelot for some unknown reason, I don't know. It's not the same. Oh, got somebody new out there I haven't seen before. Hello. Couple of people. Welcome to the channel. How do you mean? Actual cabin. And hello, no PNA. No, no, I handed you the ticket. You're supposed to produce a boat. Why are you not producing a boat? Thank you. Oh, yes. I forgot to say that. Yeah. I've been taking all of the videos that I've done here and uploading them to YouTube. And while I was doing that, I was looking and there was 2 videos that said there was a copyright claim against them. So I went and looked and it says, you know, get the details. So I clicked on them for the details. And 2 of my videos from doing DAOC here on Phoenix had a copyright claim against them because Decca Records owns the theme music, The Dark Age of Camelot. So I evidently had it playing when I selected a character on 2 different videos, and those 2 videos have been demonetized by YouTube. It doesn't matter because, you know, nobody's watched them yet. I haven't even promoted the channel anywhere. I'm still uploading and editing files and stuff. But I just thought it was amazing that, you know, the copyright problem was because of the theme music for the game. Just seems kind of ridiculous. Anyway, I've turned all the music off, so I don't get another one of those. And yeah, it was Decca Records that owns the theme to Dark Age of Camelot's music. Yeah, I know. You were telling me about that. Actual Kevin made a video of this old woman who passed away, and they had a choir sing at her mass, and if I'm getting this right, funeral mass, yeah. The music that the choir sang was copyright claimed by some company. I thought you said it was a traditional tune too. Oh, okay. 1 person. Okay. Didn't know that. It's getting a little silly anyway. If I could find any of the free copyright or copyright-free music that I liked to play in the background, I might put some of that down. I had it on before, but I just find it really boring. No, this actually, or in my case anyway, it listed Decca Records and main theme Dark Age of Camelot. So I guess the developers got somebody to produce the music for the game and then sold the rights to the music later for some unknown stupid reason. I mean, the game's still being played. You'd think that they I mean, I suppose they could have licensed it from Decca for this, but I imagine they did the other way around. They got the music written for this. No, it's... I didn't maybe give it a very fair shot. I downloaded some of Harris Heller's stuff, and it's fine. It's cool. He's doing a great thing, and he's added a ton of music, and I haven't gone back to look at it again. I don't listen to music much. And the stuff that I like, well, the stuff that I like would suit this game immensely, but it's copyright too, so, you know, I can't use that. And I haven't found anything that wasn't boring, but that's my musical tastes too. I don't like lo-fi. I don't know hip-hop. I kind of like some hip-hop, but I don't know it. I can't actually tell you the difference between hip-hop and rap. No idea. I'm sure there's a technical difference that's very important, but I don't understand it. I just know what I've heard that I liked and what I didn't like. But most of it, boring. They've got a very interesting tool. I'm going to find out. They said it takes a long time, but YouTube has a very interesting tool that is in beta right now, but its purpose is to go through your video and pull out just the offending audio track and leave everything else in stock, present. And that's kind of cool. Oh, somebody else got there before me. Yeah, I'm getting trashed in these fights. Badly. Wrong thing. Yeah. I got him with some poison at least. Oh, well, I expected to get trashed anyway, so. Okay, healer. Excuse me just a sec. What you looking for, sir? Oh, there. I have no idea. I don't know why they were there.
Really loud.
Okay. Sorry.
Where's the neighbors up there playing? Need to keep the headphones off, maybe.
Okay, that's... Can you guys hear me okay? I hit my mute button, but then it seems to have turned itself back off again. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Buffs should be ready by now. Buffs. Okay, good. Primary poison. Yeah. Poison. Okay, and that wasn't actually going all that well, and I have forgotten to do something here, which is very important, which is include that front and center. Did that. Okay. Get my keyboard and my coffee and my whiskey arranged properly. That would help. Nope, I don't want to become famous. It got blocked, but I have to ban something. Just a sec. There. Oh, same thing, report. No, doesn't like the command report. I don't know how that works then. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, banned. I have no time for those. Okay. I'll read up on it. Rats. Did a little bit better there, but rats. Yeah, I wish the chat just had a push to ban and report and everything else. Need a better chat tool. Yeah, well, I did that wrong, I think. I mean, I expect to do that wrong. This is a hard class to play, and I'm on a learning curve. Gotta wait. 8. 2. There, thank you. Now, checking this. Oh, it has charges. Okay, that's not it. No, they're a gang stage. That's what they are here. Now, I'm in the process where I have to learn to think like a stealther. Think like an assassin. And... yes, you did. Did you, PNA? Cool. I'm gonna have to dive on the champion again at some point soon, for sure. I don't know why I sprinted there. You can't sprint in stealth, as far as I know. Mr. Valken. Where are you? Because I'm sure he went away to lick his wounds and heal up and then come back. You'll wear it out if you use it too much. Besides which, in this game, there's hardly anywhere that's a nice, happy place. We'll go back to Odin's Gate again. Can I have my boat? Thank you. Yep. You have to boat between the realms. Well, no, you don't. You could run across this island called Vannen. Each of them has access to Vannen, but you can boat. And since I would have to move stealth most of the way, it would be really slow. That's Vannen to my left there. That's the west docks. Can't remember what the island was before it was Vannen. But that was redesigned. to be the way it is now, I believe. Maybe they redesigned this to be the other version. I don't remember. Wasn't in the old game. Agramon. That's it. Yeah, 2 M's. But yeah, Agramon. I think Galen Vanden's a better design than Agramon, isn't it? The idea wasn't bad. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do it with the original game, to be honest. But the original game didn't have the boats and all that, right? Yes. I liked old M-Ain, Old Frontiers M-Ain, but it was the default spot for people to PvP, solo or group or whatever, and that was really unfair to the Hibs, because that meant they always had somebody exposed and close to their keep and everything else. So this is why I think the weakness of Old Frontiers was that it didn't equally balance things very well. And since each of the realms had different styles of keeps, I think the hip keeps, I can't remember, but I think the hip keeps are actually a little easier to take too. I like the fact that they were distinctive by realm, but I don't really remember the details. I do remember Hammer Time. That was an M-Ain Macha. That was an event where everybody in Midgard, basically, just about everybody, rolled a Thane and leveled them to whatever level it was where you first got the hammers. And that wasn't very high levels, like level 11 or something. I can't remember. Anyway, something like 300 low-level Thanes went and took the keep in M-Ain Macha using the hammers. I mean, the amount of damage you would do would be like a point or two, but when you've got 300 of them hitting a guard, it actually affects it. And so we took the keep and held it for a very short period of time. But it was immense fun. I don't think the Thanes have the big rolling hammers now, do they? Isn't that the Roonies have that or something? Didn't they change something in there? But they had the big hammers that had a much bigger area effect than they do now too, whoever has them. I suppose I'm gonna play here. I should play. Roonies have the spears, yeah. Spears and the big ring of fire. It might be that that animation got switched. I can't remember. Anyway, we must have had the hammers then because they called it Hammer Time. Okay. Midgard got the best AoE damage spell effects. They might not have been the best spells, but between Thanes and Rune Carving Rune Masters, the big spear and the flames and the nuke, oh, it was brilliant. It was very cool. So I come all the way here. I pay for a ticket. I come all the way here, and there's nobody here to kill me. Does that seem fair? Maybe the task switched. I'm gonna have to macro that. I hate stopping moving. And then I type in the wrong thing. Dominate M-Ain Macha. Well, there we go. This is not M-Ain Macha. Feel like I should have a bag of tickets So I can just pull one out and not have to stop and interact. Come on. I am drinking the Fireball Special, yes. Perhaps it is drinking me, but I'm drinking it, definitely. The next one will be at least decaf coffee anyway. Oh, I probably blew that and got off too early, didn't I? I did. Doesn't show you on any of the maps when you're there. Oh well. First time across the bridge. In like 10 years. Used to be a really stupid thing to do in the past. It probably still is. I suppose I'll eventually get a feel for when it's safe enough to run around with no stealth. But I don't really feel like that's the case at all. Mind you, I'm amazed at how well the stealth is working, so wow. No, I need to do some respecking. I didn't think about that. I more or less got a template together that didn't break the bank. And then PNA there helped me get it all spellcrafted and stuff. Bought everything else off the market. And that's cool and all, but I just noticed that because I've gone from the pluses I had on the ROG gear before that I got at the end of the PvP event, that I don't have the pluses I thought I had. Like, for instance, my stealth is now combined 48, not 50. So I need to knock a few points off of thrust or dual wield or something and bring that back up. Which is fine, but I haven't done that and there's no trainer here. Not in the middle of the field. I'll be home soon though, I'm sure. And then I can fix that. Because before that, when I had the combined 50 stealth, I was just amazed at how effective it works. I've had people run right over top of me in big groups and nobody seemed to get me. I wanted to try climbing up in a... Actually, I could do that now just to see what happens. This will give PNA fits. I wanted to try climbing into one of these towers, since I need to respect the stealth anyway, just to see how well it does or doesn't do. And I love the ability to climb that the assassins have. So, can I run behind that ranger there? without getting caught. And if I get caught, it's just a free trip home so I can respec. That is, while it lasts, pretty frickin' cool. That guy almost saw me. 48. Not very good. Minor damage. Yeah, but it should be 50. It is, yeah, combined 50. I have 36 plus 12 on this template. Yeah, 100 units isn't very far, is it? It probably goes up with guards depending on how much the keep's been upgraded, right? They do have that here, don't they? Says Midgard took a tower here, but it sure doesn't look like it. Maybe it's just my brain or my eyes. Should be that tower there, right? Or that one. Oh, it's the stupid flag, not the keep. Right. Now what'll happen is I'll be betrayed by the pig, right? I figured I was coming to find the action because it would be by the docks. Ah. McNasty just bought the big one there. You mean over here? And bone dancers, it seems. And groups. Oh, that's the same bone dancer. Yeah. Well, they didn't come back. So the Hib landing spot is right along here, right? Is that right? In which case it'll be right ahead of me on the other side of this land. Hopefully. Why, Mr. Troll, are you looking for stealthers while you run around there? Is that the point? Looks like a berserker. I could be wrong, but not my normal fare. So this is where I get jumped by all and sundry. "30 seconds of standing there, feeling stark naked." Nobody around yet. Well, nobody visible. Round 2. And I will have participated in RVR. And I can get my little "You Were There" badge. If I don't get ganked in a second. I've done my duty for Albion. There you go. Pick a better time to drink the coffee whiskey. Paraminstrels? Oh, no, those are shields. Okay. Besides which, if they were minstrels, they would be on my side. Didn't even look to see what nationality they were, and I should know this by reflex, right? Not if I'm not quick enough. Amazonia. And didn't get the other one. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this doesn't do very much. But there, I've done that twice. And here comes the same pair to fix that problem, probably, right? Amazonia. Unfortunately, there's 2 of them, and I'm not confident in my ability to beat 1, let alone 2. I suppose I could have jumped 1 Oh, there's somebody jumping. Now, they're going to take on the Bone Dancer. Can I take on the Bone Dancer? No, help me kill the dwarf, you numpties. No. Kill the dwarf. Okay, one dwarf down. So I got something out of that. Not a lot, but I got something. Don't think I used the two-handed. That's everything up there. Now, what I don't have and what I need to get down the road is all the various procs you can do. Hey, PNA, is your spellcrafter good enough to put the... I presume it's spellcrafter, does it? Maybe you need an alchemist. To put the procs on this stuff here when I can afford them? Okay, cool. So I gotta find them and all that. But then I can get you to help me. What the hell? Oh, somebody's dropped the ticket. Looked like somebody floating in the water there. Well, why did you stop playing Alb? I just got here. No, I can understand that. I need to go play more in mid and inhib and everything else, but I had to come out and try this girl out to see how she can do. We were at Dunkroken. And see what difference it makes to have at least some templating. What difference it's made so far is that I last a little while rather than just dying straight outright. But I'll get the hang of it eventually. Borrowing a line from my friend Actual Kevin there, I am slow, but my work is poor. Which I like as a line. So if I just let this go until the very end, I should end up on the shore here, I believe, right? Right at the tip there somewhere. So we'll do that, and if we get ganked, at least I'll know where the ganking zone is. Although there's this big boat coming in, which ought to tell them when it's happening, right? If I disembark right here, then the boat still goes in, but they don't necessarily see it. Although I don't see anybody standing there, so maybe not. Oh, well, you'll come back eventually, I'm sure. When I came to Phoenix and started on HIB, I wasn't sure that I was going to like it at all. But I really, really liked it, and I'm really nice people there and everything. I know what to expect in Midgard. I'm sure I'll like that. Albion's an unknown. Played this game on and off for years, and never... I don't think I ever had a single 50 Alb. Certainly not an Infiltrator. That was just like out to lunch as an idea. 4 or 5 realm tasks. I didn't think I'd done anything. Dominate Aelin Vanen. Joy. Oh bliss. If there's a likely spot to get nailed, this would be it, right? And I died, and I went back, and I completely failed to respec that stealth. Probably proving that I shouldn't mix whiskey and DAOC. As much fun as it is. Oh, you're still on? Okay. Did not know this. No, I know I'm not. I came across the other way. I wanted to see what happened. That one over there is going to be much different. I am sure. Now, is this person here going to wander far enough away from the fold? Possibly. Probably not. I should get that out of the way. No, out of the way. Uh-oh. Ready animist. And I bet you the shrooms can see straight through stealth, eh? More bloody mushrooms. I should probably try an animist. No? What we got here? A hunter. That Valken that nailed me a couple of times. Fighting a Celt. So I really don't care who. Oh, 2 hunters. Joy. Oh well, a few more round points. Even if, you know, posthumously. I thought it was just the 1 hunter. Then suddenly there's 2 pets coming out. Okay, now, I am back here. Somewhere around here is the trainer. And I can respec just the stealth line, can't I? So I could respec dual wield or thrust and not affect all of this stuff here because I'm using all the crit strike stuff. So respec. I'll take it off thrust. Boom. And that would be enough to let me spend the points on stealth. And I have, curiously, plus 12. And I was sure I had everything maxed on my bonuses. I'm going to have to go back over the whole thing and just see what happened. So we want to be at 38, which would be comp 12. And then put the rest into thrust. Ah, okay. There's something terribly wrong here, too. Oh, I see. It's not adjusting the number up there. Okay, that's really strange. I dropped this, and now I have enough points for that. 36 plus 14 is comp 50, so I can still use Life Bane. 50 crit strike plus 14. Plus 11, and then 3 for realm rank. Thrust plus 11, but at 41 here. Train. I don't know how that worked. There, that's at least showing the right numbers now. Their training thing is wonky here too. But now I have comp 50 on stealth and still overdone on thrust. I could drop thrust. I don't need any greater than comp on that, do I? Or is it 52 for weapon skills? Crit strike 3. Don't remember without pulling up the program, but oh, do you? Okay, then I'll leave it where it is for now. Crit strike and stealth / quickness. Yeah. One of these is wrong on the weapon here. If I swap weapons, my matter resist drops. So the primary is the right one. The duplicate has crit strike as well as stealth. This one has crit strike, no stealth. But I should want the stealth. So I'm not sure how that happened. I'll have to check and see which one my crafting thing has there. So it's okay if I'm at 55 on thrust. 41 plus 14. And 64 on crit strike, 50 plus 14. Well, I guess it doesn't matter right now. I don't have any spare RPs available. We're going to keep that stuff the way it is. We still have not talked to the healer. Not that it matters. It's going to disappear anyway. That's okay. I keep forgetting you're playing right now. I'll keep an eye out for you. Maybe I can get a good gank there. Oh, RW is up. Albion here. Task, Realm. And Alan Vannon. Oh! Were you now? Well, well. So you were authoritatively answering the fact that the shrooms don't see stealth, true stealth. That's funny. Right. Yep. Let me out. I'm not running across to Elanvanen. I do not want to go to Elanvanen. Damn, I am. Oh, somebody out there. Hello. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. I am definitively displaying how not to play an infiltrator, despite my best efforts. I forgot you said you were playing Hib. Oh. To be fair to myself, this is probably one of the more complex classes to play. I suppose that's something. I don't know, but I expect it's probably one of the ones where having the right RAs and everything else makes a big difference. The assassin classes sort of are the peak of specialized. Very good in one circumstance, not so much in others, perhaps, unless they're fighting each other. And I'm realm rank 4. That's better than I have had when I was playing before, but I don't think it amounts to much. Otherwise, if I'm up against people that are 3 or 4 realm ranks above me. Yeah, well, I got to learn a whole pile of keyboard reflexes to be able to do positionals and things like that. So I'm relying on pretty straightforward, the perf chain and the backstab 2 and stuff like that, and not anything else. Then I've got, I've got... Oh, these are all screwed up. Just a second here. Swim back to sea. Those should not be like that. I don't know that they're actually screwed up, but because the icons are correct, but it's showing Garrote as obscure. That's not right. And the follow-up is Achilles heel. And it was showing Achilles heel as Eclipse. Yeah, but I didn't touch that line. That shouldn't have done anything. Opening Garrote. No. No. Yes. Oh, yes. Right. Okay. I do not have a pole arm. No. I would love to have an assassin class with a pole arm. That would be cool. Yeah, bad side effective respec. Okay, perf is not Penumbra. And then Creeping Death, right? Yes. I don't know what I thought it was. I forgot to look. Stunning Stab. It thought was Impale. It's decided I have... No, I got rid of the wrong one. Wow, that's a really bad bug. That should be... That is not orbit. That should be backstab 2. Followed by thigh cut. Well, that would probably made a really big surprise in any fight. Then we have rib separator and a bleed. Yeah, sure. It's not a very stunning 50 style. I guess maybe that's, yeah, well, yeah, a little longer. Okay, shouldn't have affected anything else, right? I'm going to have to check my auto hotkey too, because it might not have the backstab chain on there properly. Yep. Probably should have gone under the bridge, not across. But at least we have the other 2 points there. Now, hamstring. Better to use ripper than hamstring. Yeah. So that one there I should be using more. 9. See, this could be much more dramatic, I suppose, with the right music instead of silence. But it isn't a dramatic situation. Not yet. It will be suddenly, but it isn't yet. So I don't know how I feel about having background music. The lo-fi stuff just didn't really suit anything to me. It was like, okay, if I'm going to listen to this, I'm just going to go to sleep. Who is that? Is that... Oh. Wool. No, not going to catch her. Yep, I'm sure. I didn't want to go to Elanvan, and it's just going to represent massive amounts of running around very slowly. Oh. Right when there's somebody there, and she's running down here, and I don't want to have to put out a bright light to somebody swimming around. Go over on this side here. this is not going to go as well. No. But I got one there, even if I broke in on somebody else's fight. I took the first guy on my own. No, because he'd already been slightly injured. I jumped in on somebody else's fight, but they were both enemies, so, you know, whatever. I'm not beneath that. I did not fire off. So, boom, 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 boom. There we go. Yeah, what did I get there? Anything? Well, I'd like to, sure, but I expect it to be slow going. I'm not disappointed at losing. I'm disappointed at losing stupidly, maybe. So I want to learn from my mistakes. But that's it. Okay, somebody's doing something here. No, I am not weapon switching. I have another weapon, but I don't have the technique down. I am using enervating and infectious on my two here. Maybe I should be putting Lifebane on there instead. Yeah, let's try that. Actually, let's do it that way. And then... I should be learning how to do the swapping, but, you know, this is... Not counting the leveling event, this is basically day 2 as a infiltrator. I'm still at the bottom of the learning curve. Hello, Spanish fireman, by the way. Welcome to the channel. Oh, I hope so, yeah. I'm having fun. Even losing, I'm having fun. Absolutely love this game. Never played an ALB at this high level. Yeah. Macro switch, two-hand, do one hit, make sure it lands, then swap back. Right? Well, I know that this is a two-handed one. This is the one-handed one. That part I got. But yes, I could use a different icon, I suppose. Ah. Oh man. Trying to see how much they hit me for there. Yeah, I missed the first attacks there, I guess, completely. That's too bad. Opportunists. Okay. Oh yeah, that won't fire yet. Boom. Boom. No, that's not working right. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Boom. Boom. Back to there. That should be up by now. Yes. Okay. And back to here. Getting the first hit helps a lot as they are less likely to hit you with your envenom attached. Right? Problem is, I saw them and did not tag them and turn quick enough. And then I hit my attack there, but I don't know if it went off or failed to go off. I'll check that next time I go back. I'll check the programming on the... I was hoping to get Backstab 2 and the follow-up off, right? Thigh cut. And neither of them seems to have done anything there, so it might have been that I pressed the button and the game went, but yeah, sure. What was that? Wow. What realm rank is a Lurricane Gilded Spear? I got points for that. That was somebody named Moz. M-O-Z-S. 8. Okay, well. Then they got 4 complete realm ranks on me. I suppose I shouldn't be embarrassed by that, but... I saw them before they saw me, I think. And I targeted and hit my perf chain, and maybe I missed. I don't know. Didn't you? Oh, I might have used that. I don't remember. Well. Okay. Gotcha. Right. And I should have that hotkeyed handy too. Since I play so wrong. Need a macro for that too. That is the strength of this game, really. Oh, that's who that was. I saw the Templar in the fight there, and I couldn't figure out why they were there. But... Charmed. Charmed, I'm sure. No, that's what I mean, though. This is... I mean, Minstrel is a hard class, from what I understand. I'm sure there's other ones that are very hard for combinations and stuff like that. Your Savage is probably pretty hard to play. The Stealthers are hard to play, or they can be. And it's a lot to pick up, that's all. And I know that. Honkbat, okay, is dead. Yes, I'm sure it is. Oh, look, I took damage, but hey, I have a healer. Or a cleric, or whatever. Yeah. And a big learning curve, and the other people that are out here, many of them will have much more time and experience and reflexes that are better and everything else. And I know that, and I don't care. I will take great joy in the victory when it works properly. But up until then, well, I expect it to be a pain in the butt. Sure. I actually like the Zerg. I like the big massive people. I don't mind that at all. That's a bit of a different statement there. You like fighting the Zerg. You like a target-rich environment, as they would say in the military. Which is a polite way of saying, holy crap, we're outnumbered. Is the new debuff that much better to have them all combined? It's just one button debuff, boom, done. I'm gonna get nailed here. Schnoo, schnoo. All mushrooms all the time. Plus long-range Zots, depending on what type of eld you've got. Hey, that didn't affect champion debuffs, did it? With just casters? Okay, good. Okay. Task. Realm. Alan Vannon in 11.5 minutes. I suppose I can go to Alan Vannon and then get credit for at least being there. Thanks very much, Reckless. Thanks for coming by. Nice to see you. Hope you enjoyed the thrill of watching me run around and get killed. Rats. Now, you gonna come back? Come on, you like to hang out there on this side before. Used to be a big fan of... Oh, dear. Look at that. You're not going to stop long enough for me to catch you, are you? Oh, they got me. "20 seconds on that sucker." Well, Vanish paid for itself there. Okay. Primary, that and that. Those got used up. Oh, crap. Nobody appears to be in view. And get away from there. Oh, well, I had a sudden rush of people or a sudden rush of bots. Maybe a bit of both. Hello to anybody who's new and watching this. I just noticed the number down here jump. Other than the PvP leveling event, this is basically my second night on my Infiltrator here, and it's going about as well as you would expect. Which is to say I can hit people, but I'm losing a lot. But I expected that, so that's okay. And there's an annoying Realm Rank 8 Hib that's been kicking around here. Who's gotten me twice. And a Valken who got me. No, the smart ones probably use a mixture of a lot of them, but the crit strike ones are pretty good. And honestly, I don't like the styles of any of the classes outside of Midgard very much. I'm sure I'm missing stuff, but they don't seem to be that well tied together, right? The Midgard ones are a bit better. Other than, you know, like Armsman Polearm, which is brilliant, and probably your Savage ones are probably good. Oh, that's Midgard. The stuff I'm using on Champion isn't bad, but it's not great. So I'm using the Crit Strike ones because I've got Crit Strike spec high, because I want to be able to do well with the PA chain. And I'm kind of relying on that. I'll have to go through and, you know, do a pile of PvE fighting and just practice various combinations of other things and see how they do. But I'm mostly using the crit strike ones because I'm spec'd high in crit strike. And I know that generally speaking, they've got a pretty good rep. You guys are just going to run away on me. Well, that's usually what I do is I set up the best anytime I can find and an evade, and that's it, right? That's what I normally rely on. I have Garrote here, which is high endurance, but I mean, I've got buffs, so I can live with that, and high damage, and has a slow on it, and Achilles heel, which is the follow-up to Garrote, and then on the other side, that is the wrong one. That should not be there. And then I've got an anytime in Leaper, which is another slow, but really I could use Garrote for that. It's the same result. And, sorry, the opening is Leaper for that. That's rib separation. Oh, I have these all screwed up. This one is an anytime. 11 body damage bleed every 4 seconds for 40 seconds. But I got to go over all these and figure them all out and you know. See what I can accomplish with it. And I may be using entirely the wrong styles. I don't know. There's an amazing lack of information that is... when you go to look for information on how to play these classes. There's probably a lot of videos people have made because videos are popular. But I like reading a description that is relevant to Phoenix server and tells me, you know, this is what I use, this is what I use, this is what I do, this is what you do in this position and stuff like that. And there's not very much of that stuff. And it's... Google is very bad. Google has no concept, I think, that when returning results for a game, they should filter by date. So that if I look up something about an infiltrator on Phoenix and I get a pile of results, I don't end up with a result from post count in 2005 that talks about infiltrators in the game then, because it's not the same thing at all. By even, you know, there's probably nothing in common with that. And yeah, which is important information, right? Is it strength for slash, strength dex for thrust, all strength dex? It may be misconfigured here. I'm sure they probably don't. It'll be buried in the code. I don't know if you've ever done any programming. I remember they probably have to pick it apart to find out what each value is, and it may or may not be properly identified, or there might be a bug in the original code that doesn't actually use that variable. Who knows? I remember reading about a project that this person got hired for, and they were nervous that they were going to lose their job, and they were not a very good programmer. So they named all the variables in this software that they built things like AA, AAAA, AAAA, BB, BB. So you had to have the little book that they had there to figure out what each thing was. It wasn't self-explanatory at all. I think if I was somebody who'd hired somebody to do that, I would outright shoot them. After they rewrote it all with proper variable names. I don't know how this was... I mean, I'm sure it's written in C++. I don't know how it was laid out. I hope it's object-oriented. Well, that's the thing. You've got the job security when you're the only person who can deal with the thing, right? But that's really underhanded. All the stuff I wrote was actually documented, even though that's frowned on amongst developers. And, you know, the variables made sense. The classes hopefully made sense. Although even then, it's funny. You'll be, you know, got a problem in this area here. I got to go fix it. And you open up the code and you look at it and you think, what was this friggin' idiot thinking when they wrote this? And then you come across a bit and you realize that that was you that wrote that. And you were being completely clueless. My God, all the mids in the universe. Back and forth. And one Norseman just standing there. Well, it depends on what language you pick. I wasn't in anything high-end. I used to write web-based applications, basically the back end of websites using PHP and MySQL and Linux. It's called LAMP. The thing I like about programming is you can... Oh, they all left. I was hoping the one Norseman would stand there AFK with his phone number or phone call or whatever. What I like about programming is you can make the computer dance to your tune. And that's kind of cool. Kirad, you're one of us. That's no good. I'm in utter awe of people that can do, say, graphics programming. And know how to take a 3D shape like this and apply textures to it and apply lighting to it, and like it's a completely different way of looking at things too. When we have a cloak and we put a black dye on it and therefore it's a black cloak, you assume that your character has a thing called a cloak attached to them and it's black. But what it actually means in game terms is your character has a cloak attached to them and it has a black light sitting above the character, projecting black onto that cloak, and that light doesn't touch anything else. And if you got red boots, you got a little red light shining on them to make them red. And stuff like that. It's weird. At least that's the explanation I heard. So all the stuff in this game is technically colorless. Man, I wish these buffs lasted longer. Yes, I know, but that would be a DCMA takedown if I used the Benny Hill music. Yeah, probably. This is probably what every single stealther does here, and everybody is waiting for it. Hide behind the bridge, hit your buffs, flee. Because when I hit my buffs, this big pillar of light goes up into the sky. It's really annoying. Right, yeah. We're probably like the only two people here that remember Benny Hill. It really wasn't very good comedy. Okay, didn't know that. Good. Oh, hey, look. Lightning. And my vanish is down. Oh, I'm sure, but and occasionally very good comedy, but mostly sort of the weakest of British comedy, in my opinion. Okay. Boom, 2, 3. Boom, 2. Back. Buff. Wait 15 seconds. No, there is not. Well, okay, depending on the spell, perhaps. You haven't seen the big hammers and the flaming spears and stuff. They're really dramatic. Or yes, probably. I was more interested in getting the hit than in surviving the hit, which is probably a bad instinct. Thank you. See, this is the difference between you and me, and shows the experience part. You looked at that group and said, oh, that's an SM, and you could spike damage that, and that group doesn't have a healer. And my brain went, oh, there's a kobold. I can stab them. And didn't get much beyond that. I figured out the feign part with the lightning after the fact. They say that our strength as humans is that we are built, mentally built, to be not reasoners so much as risk assessors. So that makes sense from a survival point of view, I'm sure. We're predisposed to look at every situation and make our quickest decision based on risk. Is the risk worth it? Can we survive this? Snoo did not survive that very well. Apparently some nurses are dumb. I lived in a household full of nurses when I was at university for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months. I lived in the attic of the house and they were down on the main floor. And I've never met people that partied harder than those nurses, to be honest. Except, with the possible exception of a few people I knew in the military. But I've been hearing that apparently a sizable percentage of nurses don't believe in vaccines and aren't going to want to get them. This is down in the States, mind you. I don't know about up here in Canada. As for the miniskirts, no. Most of them were so busy. They were all doing their practical year or whatever. They were so busy doing stuff that they didn't have any time to get dressed up in miniskirts and stuff. They sure drank a lot, though. I think we must be done with Ellen Vannon finally. Refine. Okay. Deliberate lateral eye movements. So maybe that's why reading can be relaxing if you're a good reader. EMDR. Well, I do spend a little too long staring at a screen, yes. I am 90% of the way through building the Empire State Building in No Man's Sky as a base. The hard part is past, I think. I think I can carry that on. And I spent far too long doing that today. And then I had other stuff to fix here, and I think I fixed some of it, but I didn't fix the other parts. Oh, to anybody who does Twitch... eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Okay, sure. A new acronym. EMDR. Okay. To anybody who does Twitch, owned.com, although it's with a 3, like own 3D, has great overlays. But their overlays plug in to OBS. And that's probably a cool thing. And I use their overlays, but they updated their driver. And when they updated their driver, my overlays stopped working. And when I installed the new driver, it installed, but it installed them all their overlays, not to where they were, but to a different setup of OBS. So now I'm going to have to spend a few hours trying to pull all that stuff apart and put it back into my OBS, because all the overlays were gutted when they did that. Like, well, I have terrible peripheral vision, so I'm probably screwed. I'm right eye dominant, my left eye. This is peripheral vision over here. If I try and line my eyes up both to use both of them, I go cross-eyed. No, but you don't have that. You're not playing in VR, that's why. You really need to get a PS5 and a VR set. No Man's Sky is brilliant in VR. I just can't use VR on my computer when I'm doing Twitch, so if I did Twitch on the PS4, it would be really primitive with no overlays, no nothing, no microphone. You know, not worth it. No, no. No, no, I would love to. No, I still have just a PS4. But I do have the PlayStation VR, and it will work on the PS5 when it comes out, the current version of the VR. You don't have to buy a new one, apparently. Which is good, because it wasn't cheap. No, I'd love to get a PS5, but... у меня нет деньги. Not that much, anyway. Not to spare. Well, there's a phrase I remember. The corpus callosum. I remember there was a guy... I'm sure this is a rare event and maybe not true, but there was a guy who had some sort of mental issue, and they didn't want to operate on him to do something to his brain to fix the problem. And that was really... it was really getting to him. So... oh! Rats! That got me with some big hit there at the end. Or somebody else got me. Guess I was doing okay there. Wow, big macro combo or something. Gangology 101, yes. That was closer. I mean, that was even all the way down there. Rank 6 too, yeah, well. Cool. I will feel good about holding out against the rank 6 then. I don't know what she did there at the end though, or why I couldn't do it. Maybe she just critted somewhere and that was all it took. I need procs. I really need those procs. That would have been the strength of buying all of the stuff with feathers and using the original stuff. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, the city gear. And I didn't do that because it would have cost me a fortune. Oh, that was the nuke. Damn. There's an awful lot of people that act that way too. I see thing I want, I get thing. Yeah, there's a little stage of paying for it or stealing it or something in between there, but you know, it's still not that uncommon as a methodology. Teleport. And I don't have any procs on my weapons. Same thing. So I do need to go look for that. What have we got for money here right now? 3 plat still, almost 4. Yeah, I know. We had sheep when I was a kid. There's not much stupider than a sheep, to be honest. Okay, we had sheep at my grandparents' place. Now, when I was a kid, if you have an incline like this, can you see that there? Yes. And a sheep falls asleep on that incline, it can roll downhill so its feet are pointed uphill, and it cannot get up at that point. It will die like that if it's stupid enough. So my grandfather would go out every morning and grab the sheep and roll them over so that their feet were downhill and they could get up again. Sheep are exceedingly dumb. And rams are dangerous. My mother's property, we had 2 acres and it was a real pain in the butt to mow it, and I was off at university, so I would come back and mow the grass every once in a while, but my mother decided she'd had enough of it. So she, who are you just standing there? Kobold! Here comes the next contestant. She fenced it all in and got a couple of sheep, but one of them was a ram. So we had to carry around a baseball bat to deal with the ram, because if you turn your back on a ram, it will attack you. Often as not. Uh-oh, it's not. Damn. Well, they're gonna kill him for me. That was going well, but I didn't have my purge up. And it's purge 3. I mean, I guess I got to go to 4. Yeah, I didn't see my damage either. Just a sec here. I'm going to go review. That the same guy? Or is this no, it's a different fight, isn't it? That was the limper. My PA only did 378. And then I guess it didn't do the next set. Yeah. That only landed the PA, and it wasn't a huge hit. I gotta look at those macros, because maybe that's just not working. No, I think I did. I'll do it again. Got Life Bane and Greater Enervating on the main hands there. I'll tell you, actual Kevin, if you get a chance to get something called Peruvian green sauce, get that. It is absolutely amazing. I would eat it on cardboard. Absolutely fantastic. There's a store nearby here that sells it. It's, can't remember what it's called, Aji something or other, but it's Peruvian green sauce. Aji Verde? I don't remember. I don't have any Spanish. But I'm totally addicted to it. Yep. Yep, it's like bright algae green. I keep remembering that I need to clean, if that means, is it hot? It's got jalapenos in it, but it's not outrageously hot. It doesn't have like habaneros or anything like that. So it's a little spicy, but it's really, really good. Amazing. I'm raving. I am lost in indecision. Where is the current task? Is it Brefane? Task Realm. It is Brefane. Yes. I'm on these two by default. Right? Yes, this is what I want, is main hand and offhand here, and this is two-hander. And I guess I should be PAing with the two-hander, shouldn't I? That's what I'm doing wrong. I'll go back to the two-hander. Well, it's not a two-hander. It's my regular weapon in the two-handed slot. There's a bit of a difference. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm thinking like a Midgarder, right? Where two-handed, one-handed doesn't matter. That makes perfect sense to me too. Although in reality, I know that fighting one-handed with a sword, fighting sword and offhand, and fighting two-handed sword are completely different skills. Two-handed is really difficult to do well at. If you're talking rapier or mangosh, that's not bad. Okay, the way it works is I select the weapon. The first one I click goes to the main weapon. The second one should go to the secondary weapon. When I click over here and I'm picking the ranged one, the first thing I click will go on the ranged one, right? Yes, I attacked with the wrong weapons. Basically. When I played a Shadow Blade before, I tried two styles, which was Shadow Zerker and Crit Blade. And with the Crit Blade, basically you're playing with a two-handed weapon and trying to do everything with the crit strike, and then your fight is weaker after that because you're using a two-hander and you're slower and everything else. It does more damage, but you attack slower. With the Shadow Zerker, you are the poor man's Berserker, and you're using like sword and left axe or two axes or some combination like that, and you may not even carry a two-hander. And then there's a sort of hybrid style where you do use a two-hander for the crit, and then you switch to your weapon and left axe for everything after that. And then, of course, the specs differ. Shadow Zerker is really the way to level up as a Shadow Blade, because if you're just leveling up, it doesn't matter. Oh, there's somebody on the other side. Don't think I can get there quick enough. Rats. No. Almost, but no cigar. Yeah. I can't do anything about the fact that they don't, move slowly. Yeah, there's nobody here either. Back on live when I had my Shadow Blade, who never got to 50, and my Hunter, who did, I used to think of playing stealthers like modern submarine warfare. You're wandering around, completely invisible, and a lot of the fights are up to who detects the other person first. I mean, I look at this scene here, and of course you can't see anything other than me, and they can't see me, hopefully. But there could be 4 or 5 people running around here stealthed, completely invisible, and you'd never know. I'm not going to catch him. How do you mean the perks can help you limit where people are running around stealthed? You mean the tasks? Yeah, well, that's why I'm hanging around the docks there. It's a likely spot to get in the fight, as is the bridge here. But I'll do the bridge from the far side. I kind of feel bad about not having the overlays working there, and kind of annoyed at Owned for the way their system works. Because I had that great session the other day where I got multiple people donating and subscribing and following and everything else, and nobody has their name up in lights right now because Owned did its thing. Hype train, that's the thing. I'd never heard of that before and never seen it. That was kind of neat. Although when I went to look it up, mostly what I saw was people complaining about the hype train because it covered the top third of the screen or something for them on their phone. This is another thing I have to assess in my brain too. Oh, look, there's a Furby standing up there. Maybe I can get in behind him without getting detected. Oh, there's somebody else up there too. And I'll bet you they're stealths, are they? No, I'm stuck on things. And now I'm exposed. The thing I have to get used to is the fact that an awful lot of people are watching this on their phone, which I just cannot get. Yeah. Believe in the power of stealth, my friend. Believe. That and blind luck. That will be the same Furby. It was probably not the person I should be fighting. Okay, with an iPad you have a reasonable amount of... Nope, too many of them. you have a reasonable display area. On even my iPhone 8 Plus, you don't have that much room. Furby for 1, non-sparking. That's a military joke from the Canadian military. The combat boots we got issued to us were described as combat boots for 1, meaning 1 pair. Non-sparking because they could be used on an airfield and not potentially light avgas or anything like that with sparks, so they didn't have any studs on them. See, that's just not going to go well if I jump any of those people. Maybe if I go to... Nope. Nope, not so much. Too many hibs. And it's a hib stealther. So that's probably a pair of stealthers. No, not underneath. Yeah, the legacy of that was that we described everything as non-sparking. Rifle, C1, non-sparking. That's 3 lies in 1, meal ready to eat. It's not a meal, it's not ready to eat, and you don't want to eat it. That's true for American rats. The Canadian rats were actually pretty good. I was on an exercise with an American unit once, and the supply sergeant from the American unit came to our sergeant and said, I got 10 guys in my detachment. We're here for a month, and we don't want to eat our rats if we can get your rations. We'd be willing to lose a Jeep if you can give me a month's rations for 10 guys. Which I think they did. And then we had an extra Jeep running around the base later on. Because the Canadian rations are actually not bad. With the exception of breakfasts. There was a... Yeah, I know. Plug type spark, non-sparking. Yes. There was a breakfast which was an omelet. And it comes in a tinfoil bag, and you know, put it in boiling water to heat it up. Stealther. But it really didn't look attractive when it's been put in a bag with preservatives, and it's good for months. Wow, that was quick. Of course, he got his off, and I didn't get mine off. Yeah, we used to call it lung. Because it came out gray, and it was square, and it was, or rectangular, and it was about that long, and it came out in one piece. Terrible. It was alright if you put hot sauce on it and didn't look at what you were eating. "15 seconds. Yeesh. The real secret was you didn't need to boil the stuff. You just stuck it on the manifold of your vehicle and ran the vehicle for 10 minutes and it was cooked. Okay. RW. Boom. Kind of short for a stormtrooper, isn't it? No. Almost a decade. But not that many interesting stories. It was fun while I did it. Until it wasn't fun and I wasn't doing it. Why do I have that up? I don't need that up. And I don't need that now either. Oh, few new names out there. Hello, folks. Don't know if I've seen some of those names. I think are new. Very hard time driving into the city. Wow, I don't remember that. I do remember seeing you in Toronto. I remember visiting you, but I don't remember. I don't remember that. The excitement of tuning into Twitch TV to watch an invisible character swim slowly through water. Oh. I fear that was probably alcohol related then, unless I was sick. Well, yeah, to somebody on their phone, an invisible character here is probably really pretty invisible. I mean, that's the whole point. That's why I decided to turn my name on, so you could at least see where the character was. Although, of course, it should be center screen. I could be, I don't remember that. Unless that was when I was coming from Basic down in Nova Scotia up to go to Kingston. But I thought I'd flown directly there. Don't remember. Kingston was alright. I had a good time doing my trades training in Kingston. Well, yeah, okay, then I was probably coming from Wally World. Yeah. When you're on a military... Well, when you were being flown by the military, you were required to wear your full armor. Or full uniform. I never did. I can't believe this, but I never ever took advantage of the cheap flights to Germany. When I was in Petawawa in Ontario, I used to be in a thing called the Canadian Special Service Force that was based in Petawawa. Anytime I wanted to, I could go to one of the military counters at the airport down in Ottawa and say, I'd like to go to Germany, and they'd say, sure, and if they had room, they'd let me go, and it would cost me $6 one way. The only problem is that was subject to availability of space. So if there was space, you could get to Germany real cheap. But If you had to be back, say, you know, 4 days later and there was no space, then you had to pay full fare. So I never took advantage of it because I didn't have tons of money. Yeah, well, I'm playing a medieval combat game and... No, not the dockmaster. The person standing beside the dockmaster is a Shar. Hey, just stay there and let me show you this. No. Oh, they're getting me, not me getting them. Yeah. Oh, well, enjoy the poison. Excuse me. Okay. Healer time. Do the poisons. No, not here. I am going to do the buffs, so I remember. No, I'm not. I'll redo them in a second. I have to go get rid of the previous cup of coffee. I'll be back in a minute. Oh yeah, okay, well, be done in a bit, yeah. Okay, back. Avec coffee with whiskey sweetener. Okay, buffs, buffs. Now, oh, somebody else I don't recognize out there. Hola! Здравствуйте. Willkommen. I gotta macro that too sometime. Oh, there's Young Fade. Who might be out in the audience. If you are, I just waved to you. Hello. And I don't know if I applied all of these, so I'm going to apply them all again. There. So, are you still there? You're still there, PNA? What would you say is the best, would you say that Necro is a better farmer than, say, Animist or something like that? I know they're in different realms. I don't think Mid has anything comparable other than perhaps Bone Dancer. But seems to me that Animist ought to be pretty good at farming. And I should level up something to farm, and because I can trade money across the realms, it doesn't really matter which realm they're in. And I gather Cabby is another good farmer. I don't know. This is why I'm asking. I tried Necro, and I guess I just didn't get it at all, even vaguely. I couldn't see the power in Necro. Now, I don't know if I can see it in Animist either. But, well, I do have a low-level Necro there. Either I level up a Necro the next PvP event we have, or I just try leveling one up and see what I think of it. Maybe I'll figure it out. But then we're back to the fact that there are no really good descriptions of how to play these classes in detail. And it would be nice to have those. I mean, I know there's not just one way to play the class, but a really good intro over all the stuff that's kept up to date would be really nice. I guess that means that if all else fails, I need to write the sucker, right? And I'm not the best person to do that, I don't think. Since I'm returning too and don't know most of this stuff. Yeah, I know. That's supposed to be the idea. Yeah, Animus seems to be, I mean, for PvE anyway, set up and then just maintain. More mushrooms. Keep adding mushrooms as they fade. Let things feed into the trap. Necros are supposed to be very, very effective. And I've seen people be very, very effective with a necro. But I don't know. When I tried it, I must have been doing it all wrong. I read somewhere, or somebody said something, that there's one of the things that they have there is an ability. People tend to spam it, and it actually ends up costing you power. And you shouldn't spam it. And I'll have to go and look and see if I can see that again. Power tap. Okay. Maybe it was you that told me. I don't know. Also, what? Well, the other thing, too, is that I wasn't getting Necro, but at very low level. They're probably not very good at very low level, and you don't have all of your powers. And I'm also only talking really about using them probably just PvE, just as a way to farm stuff so that I can pay for all the other characters. Well, it must be a really good life tap, because a Dark Spirit Master can't chain mobs that way. I mean, admittedly, they have a power tap, and the SM doesn't have that, but... And I don't remember what level my Necro is. Ah, okay, that helps. Right, okay. Norseman and a Lurricane of some sort. Ah. Ah. They're everywhere here. All the wrong reflexes, and then my mouse went off the computer program, and yeah. Bad. I saw that Luri moving over here, and then she disappeared, and then when I tried to turn, it just failed. The problem with not playing full screen, I suppose. That's annoying. I could have done much better there. Okay, poison. "12 seconds. "1 second more. There, thank you. Finally. Yeah, I'm sure. That's true. Won't have to spend on that. Yeah, I'll have to look at the Necro tomorrow if I get a chance. Okay, yeah, okay. Not a huge amount of realm points earned here. Yeah. Yeah, I expected it to go badly because it's a learning curve, right? I'm just at this part of the learning curve, not at this part. I'll say one thing against those RVR leveling events, the only thing I can think of to say against them, and that is you don't get as many people. It doesn't seem like you get as many people out leveling on the frontiers because they've leveled to 50 and they want to go play the 50. So that means that stealther gankers like me can't go down to the low level areas where people are still fighting mobs and kill as many of them, because every time I've done that recently to try and go, well, every time I've gone to do that, there's been nobody out there leveling at all. Possibly because it was, you know, too many other stealthers out there, of course. Okay, Death Sight. Why Death Sight? Is that the spec these days? Rats, missed them. Hello, Shiloh42. How you doing? Welcome back. PNA had held that message. Power tap. AF debuff. It figures you're swearing with AF. I'm sorry. I have to go and beat on Nightbot and allow a few terms, I guess. Yes, precisely. Okay, it would be remarkably stupid to run across that bridge. Just remarkably stupid, so I won't do that. I was tempted to. I put a few mods on Nightbot, but mostly it's just the defaults. I mean, I'm trying to avoid swearing, even if I occasionally fail. Just because it shouldn't be necessary, and more people can watch a video and stuff like that. So I let it filter all the profanity and stuff, and links and all that stuff, because I keep getting those stupid affiliate follow for follow programs and stuff like that. I'm not falling for that. Not happening. Oh, have a few people I haven't seen before by name. Hello out there. Welcome to, well, me. That font guy. Still got to get the game in behind that. I had it at one point, and then everything fell apart, and I had to redesign it. And thank you to Actual Kevin for the distorted voice drop there. Ah! No. No. BTC Daddy. Bitcoin? Just out damaged all the way across there and stunned, and of course I have 1 minute 25 before that's up again. Yep. I know. Maybe I should go ahead and get like right now all I have for RAs is Purge 3 and Vanish 3. Maybe I should knock Vanish 3 down to Vanish 2 and make that Purge 4, or even Vanish 1 and Purge 5. 5-minute reuse with Purge 5. I don't know if the cost goes up or not. I don't know if you can read that or not. Level 1 speed is 144%. Level 2 is 159. Level 3 is 174. And then it goes 189 and 204. So I might be able to afford Purge 4 at the cost of Vanish. Or 2 of the levels of Vanish. The 144% speed when it's only 3 seconds isn't really good. Vanish 3 at 174 in 4 seconds seems to make a big difference. You can get a lot further away. And I don't think level 1 is really very useful. So I was kind of hoping that I could keep those like that with Vanish 3 and then, you know, eventually get more points here. But I'm at 4L1 now. That's cool. Purge 4 is 7 points. Right, so it would distort my perfect allocation of points here. Because all I have is 1 free right now. But I'm now 4L1. Go me. That's cool. Okay, I don't think I did any of the sequence of things. No, I didn't. Starting with my debt to the healer. I will figure this out. At least Purge is up now. I'm not getting many swings in to wonder how the passive AUG abilities will help. You mean bumping up my dexterity or my quickness or something with AUG Dex or AUG Quick? It's dexterity I want for thrust, isn't it? Or is it strength and dexterity averaged? Dex and strength. Okay. Yeah. So I got 298 dex with buffs here and 233 strength. They're both capped on the 75 items. Yeah, 75 item bonus and then 83 from buffs. So that's all she wrote there. But I could be putting points into Og Dex and getting that to 300. I don't know if that makes any difference at all. I don't know if there's a breakpoint somewhere in there where it makes a big difference. I guess I can go read up on that. Back we go. Somewhat repetitive here. Oh, okay, got a few names out there that I haven't seen before, and a few that I have. Welcome back, those that I have seen before, who've been here before. Otherwise, this is me playing an Infiltrator for the second night. And it's hard. Or I'm terrible, one of the two. Possibly both. Actually, both. It's hard, and I'm terrible. Well, the problem is, too, I don't have, like, lightning reflexes. That doesn't help. And, the people I'm fighting do, which doesn't help. Not going that well here. Nope. Nope. I hit you at the dock. I didn't see you at all. So the more you play... Who was I fighting there? That was Lindsay. The more you play, the less anxious about your stealth. Yeah, sure. I'll tell you, yes. Well, I hit her with the one-hander, I think. Oh, you were the Shar. Oh, okay. Cool. And yes, if I end up fighting you, I'd much rather know about it after the fact, long after the fact. I don't want anybody to be thinking that we're arranging anything like that. Okay. And then wait for the combi buff to be allowed. That last fight, I hit her with the main one, with the life... oh, that doesn't have the life bane on it anymore. I swapped that around. If I'm going to do this, I should do it the way I was originally doing it, like that. And that. Yeah, sure. So, 2 weapons, 1 weapon. Life bane. So, I'll wander around with just the 1 weapon out, whack with that, doing the PA and the life bane and hopefully getting that whole chain go, or the backstab 2 or whatever, then swap to the dual weapons and hope to land the other 2. Okay. Enervating is skill and constitution reduction, value 100. Duration for 60 seconds, casting time 2.5, whatever that means. And the infectious is disease that lowers strength and movement speed slightly and halves the effect of any healing. And then the third one is Life Bane, which is a 20-second 64 hit point tick, right? Dot. Well, yeah, the idea is to land the dot on them, then hit them with the other 2 so that they are lowered in the stats, slowed a little, and all that. Right, okay, yep. And that is a thing I should be looking at here, isn't it? Let's see what we've got for a... Worth it to spend a bit of time here. I want to go... I went out and was hitting trees yesterday for a while just to practice using these abilities here. None of these are any use. What about dual wield? No, I don't need a taunt. Yeah. Got to be followed up by something else. Yeah, see, that's... No. Neither of those styles are any good. Yes. That's Leaper, which is... Sorry, that's Hamstring, which is followed by Leaper. So I could set this up so that Hamstring is there. I don't think I'll be getting Leaper off anytime soon. And I can't use any of my macros without rewriting them if I move any of this stuff. But I could be using 6 and 5, so that is not what is supposed to be there. What the hell is going on with this? That should be garrote. I didn't respec any of that. There. Okay. Maybe I misread that and that's why. I could be relying off those 2. That is the follow-up if garrote lands. But that's the evade, which is a 5 body damage bleed for 30 seconds. And a bleed wouldn't hurt. Not at all. Where is the stick? Right there. Oh, the evade? Okay, sure. God damn it. Don't know where they went, but I thought I could look. No. That did not go very well, but then they're right at the top of the tree, right? A baron. Who was that? Showdown. Yeah. Apex Predator. Whereas I am sort of currently a junior Predatorette. Come on. No. 1, 2, 3. Why? Just climb in. Right? Can't you? Oh, he's here again. Yes. He's in here still. I could hear him killing an NPC somewhere or something. Ah, up there. Caught in the door. Up, up. Wow, that's tough. Wow. Damn, I hate the camera angle limitations. Look at that. Oh well, tagged him if anybody ever kills him. Yeah. Oh, hey. You like this side here. It's a fancy looking cloak. They went away apparently. Well, the heels sure made a big difference there, I'll say. What is that? Mercenary. Yeah, I'm sure. Full group support and everything makes a huge difference. Oh, another couple of names I don't recognize. Hello, folks. Getting trashed here, too. I need those procs, I think. I mean, I need skills, too, but procs would help a lot. Mind you, how many Rome ranks is a silver hand? Six. Okay. Not so bad. Two above me. I am 38 plus 14 stealth, 41 plus 14 thrust, 50 plus 14 crit strike, 21 plus 8 dual wield, and 36 plus 14 in venom. It's possible I don't need to have more than 44 crit strike and I should be putting those points into thrust instead. 50 crit strike? I was doing it mostly because I wanted to have higher damage. You get an anytime attack called Ripper, which is low endurance, high damage, high bonus to hit, low defensive bonus, bleed for 11 body damage every 4 seconds for 40 seconds. So I thought it came from a combination of your style level that you landed and your level of your weapon. So that, like, sorry. Yes, I probably should. I have it right here. I should maybe be using that as a main. No. Oh, it's got an opening of rib separator. That's why. Which has an opening of leaper, which is hamstring. So hamstring is an anytime evade, followed up by leaper, which is followed up by rib separation, which is followed up by ripper. So I would have a string of 4 of these suckers here if I could land the leaper And possibly that's what I should do, is have the 4 of them there and try and figure out how to know I've landed Leaper and then start the next cycle. I could do that. Leaper to hamstring to Leaper. Drop that. No. Drop that there. Then rib separator. Like that. Then ripper. What about more dual wheeled? Right. So I could raise dual wheeled up and drop back to the spec. 38 stealth is fine. Now why it was reporting. Oh, hang on a sec here. Right. So if I'm on the two-handed weapon, I have more than enough stealth. I have 38 plus 14, which is overkill. I could be using 36. But I have a problem with the way those things are configured. They're not identical like they should be, because if I drop to using 2 weapons, I then go to 38-12. So this weapon here in my two-handed slot actually doesn't need to have the same stealth benefit that it has on it, I don't think. Maybe. I gotta go look through all the stuff for that. Okay, so I could drop crit strike to 44 and raise dual wield. No, I know it doesn't change my thrust. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, I can do individual lines, right. I'll still have to sort everything out again, but where's the trainer dude? Well, it's actually a woman, but okay. So, respec, critical strike, which means I'm going to have to reset all of those skills. I'm not adjusting in Venom, but I can raise that to 44. And ignore the lovely, whatever it is, impale. Well, it's now labeled as impale because it's all screwed up. The lovely 50 crit strike, because it's 4th in the chain. Not going to happen, I'm sure. And then that would let me raise this up probably quite a bit. Up to 32 from 21. And I can train that. Respec thrust. Leave it at 39 and have enough points to raise this up to 34. So that would mean I was 38 stealth, 39 thrust, 44 crit strike, 34 dual wield, and 36 in venom, which won't have changed. And then I can set all these things up again. And we can see if that does anything good. Backstab 2 with thigh cut. Love how it keeps the icons the same. A little bit. I don't have as much plus on dual wield there. I have 34 plus 8. So, what's that? 42. Okay, we're not doing that. We're doing crit strike. Thank you. So, perf artery, followed by creeping death, followed by stunning stab. Then a main of garrote with not eclipse and not reflection. Garrote is followed up by Achilles heel. And the alternative I was using there was hamstring. Hamstring. If hamstring lands, then we want leaper. And then if leaper lands, we want rib separation. So leaper, rib separation. And that isn't there. So that's all of those redone. We'll make sure that that one is there. And that one is there. Yeah, sure. But if you can see that my left hand isn't landing that often, then it's not doing much damage and it's not applying the poison very often, and that's all counterproductive. So I should fix that and see how that does. I mean, learning experience, and I'm hopefully learning. Although the scotch might not be helping. 16.5 is the cap at realm rank 5. 16.3 is the cap below that. Same with armor factor. 100 below realm rank 5, 102 above. It adds up. Okay. There must be some wicked math going on here. Unless they cut corners and made it sound complex. There must be some wicked math going on here every single time somebody swings. Because there's so many different little factors like that that must get assessed every time somebody does an attack. And then all of their defenses and everything else. Kind of... Well, I know C++ is a very quick programming language by the time it's compiled, but that's kind of wild as somebody who mostly did scripting. My scripts were not so fast. Dock Mistress. No. I want to go there. Thank you. I've been dying just wonderfully there. Well, this isn't going well, but it's not going as badly. I'm sucking less. I'm dying still, but, you know. God damn it, let me move my camera. Thank you. Elf Silverhand. And I think she landed her first PA on me, so, or whatever. Backstab. Really don't like the way this scrolls. Tooth Fairies again. The Tooth Fairy is not nice. Man, this game produces way too much spam. No, Tooth Fairy just hit me. She didn't do a good attack at all. My reply was lame by comparison, mind you. So there you go. Yeah. Well, it was all very low damage. Oh, you're seeing the debuffs up there, and I'm not even looking up there. Yeah, well, and there's a pretty substantial delay before you can reapply your poisons too, it seems. Okay. So, buffs up, that's up, poisoned. Back to the drawing board. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I've just got to get used to hitting the right keys at the right time and reacting quickly. Oh, I also need to sit for a bit while I heal. I don't know why that happened. I didn't put the buffs up before I got rid of res sickness, did I? It went okay. I got what you meant. So yeah, we got Life Bane on the main. No, I kind of like the game before they added realm abilities. I liked it when we went out on the frontier and fought because we were going out on the frontier and the enemy was there, and that was all she wrote. There, that worked okay, but I had help. Oh, that was Tooth Fairies too. Okay, so did that work? No, I opened with the wrong thing. I don't think my macro program is macroing. That doesn't help any at all. Okay, first off that. Let's see. Not huge. Yeah, see my backstab 2 did not go off there. Then I hit Garrot for 112 and 13 extra damage. And she hit me for 13, and then I hit her for 126 and 46 with the offhand and an additional 9, and then killed Tooth Fairies. So, I mean, overall that worked. But she'd already taken some damage, I believe. Yeah, okay. Sure. Well, that lure is hurting. Lindsay, right. I think she killed me earlier. Okay, you got her. I have a pretty good internet connection, though. I don't know how much lag I'm getting. I'm not even trying to track it, but I have a 150 up, 150 down, I think. It actually, in practice, is about 160 down, 175 up. Right past me. Oh, no. Right past me again. May the gods bless stealth. Yeah, sure. It's kind of hard to believe because every character I've played before this has had worse stealth, right? Like, if you're an archery class, you don't have the best stealth, period. Even if you've got, spec to 50, you don't have it. The assassin classes do, and I've never played a top-level assassin class until now. I've had a 44 or 46 Shadowblade before, but never got him to 50. So now I'm inspired to try and get him to 50. That would be quite interesting. I think he's 44 right now, 44 and a half. Yeah, sure. If somebody runs by very quickly, the game is going to test to see stealth, and then there'll be a pause, and it'll test to see if they see stealth, but they'll be out of range. That's part of the effect, I'm sure. And they went by very fast. Yeah, and somebody gave me the stealth lore pot here, and I haven't been using that, and I probably should. How long does it last? Can't they get it there? Dundee, potion of lucidity. Doesn't say how long it lasts. Okay. So use it when you're hunting somebody and you've missed them. I'll keep that in mind. See, I can see Polly Pocket there from here. Whereas you said you couldn't see me when it was right here. Now, I don't know if it does. It would have to help stealther versus stealther, or there would be no point to it. It's for finding stealthers, right? Polly Pocket is an infiltrator. Ah, okay. Well, Young Fade gave it to me, I believe, and he is a stealther, so presumably it does have some effect. I'll have to try it the next time I'm close to somebody and they disappear on me. And we'll see. Okay, so it's a slow game doing this, but I like the gameplay. Yeah, I'm sure it does. But if I get into a fight with somebody and they move away and vanish or something like that, then it might help me find them. Well, now, obviously, you should try a stealther. I don't know if it'll counter vanish or not, but it might help me see them after they've vanished, and vanish wears off. It's only 3 or 4 seconds, right? Unless they've got the really high version, in which case it's 5 seconds. But if that lasts 60 seconds and I'm running around with enhanced ability to see, then they might get away and vanish and then get redetected. I think they saw me. Maybe not. No. No, or they didn't care, one of the two, but that seems unlikely. This is why I think Reaver would be fun. You got those insta AoEs at your feet, PB AoEs. So just run around and tap that running and, you know, expose any stealthers you come across. And as much as I was talking about getting a farmer going of some sort, and maybe it should be Necro, Reaver is actually the one I'd like to try next for a Visi class. But I'm going to spend some time trying to figure out the classes I got first. Because I'm not doing that very well yet. Laminia, you're not doing well. Against Leon BM. So I know what class he is. Thank you. Nope, not happening. Not with me. Stealth, anyway. Yeah, so the biggest obstacles I see to my playing this class properly are the terrible habit of using the arrow keys that I built up years ago, and switching to the WASD keys is just going to drive me nuts. But that's probably what I need to do. And the fact that I need to build up some reflexes I don't got to get all this stuff working quickly. Yeah. I mean, I can do WASD keys like that, but see, I have the A and D set to turn, not slide. And I much prefer strafe, so I'd have to reprogram that. What I'd like to do is get... I almost got one of these before Christmas. It's a thing called a... Well, the old version is called a Nostromo. I can't remember what they call it now. It's from Razer. and it's a left-handed controller with a thumb joystick on the left thumb, and then I think 4 rows of buttons in front of each hand. Oh, 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 oh. Not very good. She's nasty. Who was that? Candy Girl. Yeah. Mind you, I think she landed on me and I did not land on her. So, that doesn't help. Yeah, Candy Girl hits you for 525 with 46 additional and lands a weakening poison on me. Then hit me for 103 plus 6 more, and then I hit her, and it was with Garrote. So, yeah, that was doomed from the start. I don't know how that works. It could also be just simply lag, like if she passes me and turns and hits, and the game hasn't calculated the distance yet before she turns and hits, it's still assuming she's near me, right? It could be lag like that in the way the game is assessing stuff. I could see that, so that range would be a considerable distance if people are passing. I could see that anyway. Okay, I have been at this for 3:44. I'm going to go out in one more run here, and then I'm going to call that done for the night and try and absorb what I've got. Well, I'm sure it's very important to the stealthers to be in range and to figure out, like, to learn what the right range is for it to work. Oh yeah, like I said, the Nostromo thing there, left-handed controller. That's my hope, is that I can get something like that, used, not brand new. They're a bit expensive brand new, but used, get that set up and learn to adapt to that rather than learning to adapt to the WASD keys. And then I can program it so that I have basically 16 buttons in front of my fingers. Although, you know, you won't be able to use the pinky finger very well. There, that should have got backstab on her. And the other ones. And she's still beating my butt. Oh, that's a different person. Emerald Redair. Whatever that is. Sounds rather high. She got me. You can't enter combat mode while lying down. Ow! Get. Yeah, easy, actual Kevin. Hello, I didn't know you were still here. Yeah, first half went right. Rank 10. Okay, well, that's good. Good against the rank 10 if I get the jump against her. You can't enter combat mode while lying down. Oh, and then she died, but she was killed by a... Hang on, make sure that's the right person. Noah Chakra, yeah. She got killed by Polly Pocket right after I fought her. Okay. Okay, because I got 900 and fell 5 realm points out of that, and I was kind of surprised because I didn't kill her. But yeah, I gotta, yeah. As a matter of fact, I should move that to there and that to there, so it's right in front of my eyes when I'm focusing on this area here. Vanish. It's sort of natural for me to put the panic ones in the corner. So vanish there, sprint there. Yeah, yeah. That, I mean, that went well. She's, what do you say? Rank 10? I'm rank 4? 4.1 still. That's a big difference. Okay. Healer. And since that went quick, I'll go out for one more. Thank you for working. Yeah, I don't know, but up there. More realm ability points than God, etc. Well, that's probably the people at like 12. Oh, I'm gonna get had here. Yep. That was kind of funny. I'm gonna stop in just a sec here. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. There. Okay. Okay. I am going to call... Oh, Cersei Lannister. Who knew that she was actually a cleric? I am going to call that done for this evening, for what it's worth. Bandbaum. Yep. Okay. Not to expect to do well there. Yeah. I'm going to call that done. I've been at this for almost 4 hours, and I got to get up tomorrow and drive my wife to work. I'm not sure what time she starts, but yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay, well, I have, I don't know, a few people here. Yeah, I could try raiding Bosk. I'm not sure exactly how I do that. Just a sec. Raid channel. Bosk. There he is. Start raid, and then I have to do something after that, don't I? 2 people are ready to raid. Bosk is a friend of mine I've known for over 40 years. And he's probably, well, he's playing No Man's Sky, which is an excellent game if you haven't tried it. And let's go visit Bosk. And hopefully that all worked right. Wow, very slow. Wow, my chat is not connecting here, but I could see it over here. I'm not sure that did that. It said it was doing it. Yeah, see, I don't know if it's done it. Very weird. Okay, let's see what chat room we're in here. Okay, we're in Bosks. Good. Hi. Okay, we are quitting the game here. Oh.